Hello, welcome to a GameMarx trial. I am Mike.
I'm Cicelie.
And we are checking out FortressCraft. Don't adjust your sets. This isn't Minecraft with a texture pack loaded. This is the Xbox game FortressCraft, which is kind of a Minecraft clone. So Cicely's playing this one, and you want to give us a tour here of what you got going on?
So far, I've played a bunch of other people's worlds, some of which I joined just to look at, some of which I joined to try and do something, and then other people's I wanted to see how I could join their worlds. You can't edit in first person in anything other than first person mode, and I keep forgetting that if you change your emoticon, it goes to that block.
Okay, so run through here real quick the UI, the interface, because Minecraft being a PC game, it's not going to translate perfectly over. They're going to have to come up with something else. So what have they come up with?
Okay, instead of... I would have used the triggers, but they use the left and right bumpers as your interface. You look around with your right stick, you move around with your left stick. As you can tell, when other people come into my world, it sometimes can't handle it, so you get this little blue light flashy. Right now I've got my world set to only friends can edit, because I had some butt clowns that came in and decided they wanted to try and take out my tower. This wasn't happening yesterday. Of course, there are children on during the weekend, and some people have never learned to play nice.
Okay, so how are you placing blocks? You don't have to mine and collect anything, right?
No, you have all these different options that you got here. TNT right now is the only thing unlocked for me. You have to search that for the relic to explode your... crap, not the right button. You press start, you get this little menu here, which shows your relics. There's some speed boots, jump boots, ray gun, water walk, headlight. I've not done extensive looking for stuff. You can change your audio settings so you get the music at sunrise. You can change all these different little dealios. Here's your controls. I haven't changed anything, just it seems to be fine right now.
So go through building now. How are you trying to actually get you to show somebody how you build the blocks?
Well,
so I mean, how are you doing this menu over here? How are you getting to more than... Looks like you get 8 up at once?
8 up at once. You use your D-pad, which gives you problems when you're trying to select something like that, which is diagonal. And lights, when you put them down with your right bumper, they immediately start, but you can't select them by themselves if you decide you don't want them. Okay, so back on this,
hold on. Go back to the radio menu. So how are you changing tile sets?
You use a direction with any direction.
But, I mean, you're changing the whole wheel of 8.
Yeah. Oh, the wheel of 8, you change it with the right trigger.
Okay, so you use the trigger to go through a set of circles, and then you use the D-pad to place them.
Yes, so if you decide you don't want a light there, you have to place a block onto it just to put it out.
I promise, folks, I will try to keep her focused and not all over the place for the rest of this video, but I don't have much to work with here, so be patient. Okay, so there's no mining.
Well, there's mining if you want to, but it doesn't.
Well, it's destroying, right? It's not really mining. It's destroying things and clearing things out.
Right.
Where'd Mr. Deke run off to?
He's over here on the light path, I think, doing something.
Go down and wave to Mr. Deke. So there's a cool emote system in the game. Can you spin your camera around, or are you locked behind?
I can spin my camera wherever I want.
Now, earlier you said Oh, it does have music. I was wondering about that.
Only on sunrise.
Only on sunrise, so it kind of has the... Well, Minecraft is more random, I guess, but every now and then, I guess you'll get music.
Yeah.
Hey, now earlier you said there was some griefing going on. So you can create a world and allow anybody to join and anybody to edit. You can create a world and allow anybody to join and only friends, like our wonderful Mr. Deke here, to edit, that we trust, but other people can walk and look. Is there more settings?
You can block everyone, you can allow only the guests to edit in case you have bad friends. You can set anyone to join, and nobody can edit but you, or you can block everybody.
Now this in the background keeps changing.
It's not necessarily changing, it's loading. It's like a matrix kind of deal. It doesn't keep everything up at the same time, so it doesn't have to think about it. You can turn off the land rise. I forget what they called it.
So it just kind of would pop in instead of raise like that?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's because I believe the developer ran into performance issues writing and reading from the Xbox. And, you know, hopefully in a future edition, you know, there's some things you can probably do to speed that up. Probably buffer, so you're only, I believe, like, Minecraft only writes chunks at a time. It doesn't write every change, or read every change. And then also, you know, if you can thread that. So hopefully it won't be as bad as it appears.
Although if you fall into the Matrix little thing, when you're in somebody's world and it's not loaded for you yet, it says you gotten eaten by a grue, which is amusing.
Now, let's caution people because there's a very major bug in the game right now, as it is that we're playing it. Hopefully, in a week or two, it'll be patched. But right now, you lose your world? Is that what happens?
Yeah, it overwrites, I think. So what you do, Mr. Deke told me, is if you want to keep your world, like you've been doing like all this, and you're like, I don't want to lose my world, save that to the USB. Save the world that you're going to do to USB, and then go world hopping on your main disk drive.
Yeah, so to be clear to do that, what you need to do is when you load the game up and it says where do you want to save, you pick your USB drive, and that's where you save your personal world, and then you restart the game, and the next time you choose to save it on a hard drive, and then that way, when it deletes your local world, because you joined a multiplayer world, you won't actually have lost your world because it'll be on the thumb drive, not the hard drive.
Occasionally you'll see these blue flickers in my world. That happens...
Alright, explain that right there, what you just did, because that's not a normal Minecraft. I don't think people have seen that before.
Oh, no, that's this cool little block that you can place. The trampoline. That's what it looks like on the side. On the top, it's a little bouncy. So, I've got one in the center of my stairs, and it's got a limit to how high you can bounce on it, regardless of how far you fall from it. But it's amusing to just bounce through my stairs sometimes. So I do.
Now, I don't know if this comes out in the video or not, because it's well outside the title safe region. I think some of your controls might be outside the title safe region too.
Probably.
So they may get clipped on certain television sets. But well outside the controls, there's actually some icon of saving and reading and state information going on to let you know.
That's where you start. You pop in on top of that little cube that normally you would not be able to break anything. You can't actually really stick stuff to the side of it. It's like a cube unto itself.
So, similar to the way Minecraft has a certain region you can't edit within the start point, they've just actually marked it out.
Yep.
What's Mr. Deke doing down there?
I don't know. He's got some red canvas blocks.
Is he sacrificing a goat? We need to check that. Is it okay to sacrifice a goat? Do we have goats?
No.
Okay.
There are no goats, no sheep, no cows, no mobs whatsoever. I wish I could make bacon.
So this is really just the
creator mode.
Create mode that Minecraft had eons ago. I don't even know if that's still a mode you play in Minecraft.
Don't think so.
Now, I should point out, too, well, first of all, this is not a review. If you're listening to this and this is your first time checking out GameMarx, which we may get a fair number because of the attention Minecraft or FortressCraft is getting, this is not a review. This is just us going through, recording a trial, and kind of giving you our thoughts as they come. We do this for several games because it's a lot quicker for us to get out some coverage on a game without actually having to go through. And when we review a game, we play it extensively and spend a lot more time with it. Now, but I will say that the developer intends to add many things to FortressCraft, such as there'll be creatures and monsters probably, but they won't be updated in this version that you buy. So this one is called Chapter 1, and I guess at some point there'll be a new game called FortressCraft Chapter 2, which you'll have to buy, and this isn't a developer limitation, this is a Microsoft limitation. He's not going to be able to import your previous world.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, so you just kind of...
Oh, well. Let's see what he did.
Let's go out to the goat sacrificing shrine.
He added some gold blocks on this side. Let's see. We got some magma over here. Let's just finish it. I'm standing on magma. Let's just finish this out. Yeah, sometimes it takes a second for it to load.
So you can't even get hurt then?
Nope. Nope. Not at all. Whee! But I think that's because of the fact that it's an avatar.
Well, I don't know. After what we've seen with the Avatar fighting games recently, you can do... Alright there, Mr. Deke. What are we creating?
Looks like a checkerboard. Kind of.
I don't trust him. You know, the Imperial uniform there... We're getting a weird glitchy thing happening.
That happens anytime somebody else is in your world. Sometimes within your own world. Say, the first time I was doing my own stuff, I went, okay, this is an artifact of when people were in my world. They just decided to randomly put stuff like that. I gotta make sure I don't find that hole that I found earlier that I fell into, that somebody was building something into.
Now, is there a way to reset if you get way outside of can you go back to the start screen or something?
The easiest thing to do is find a glitch hole and fall into it. And, this one right here, if you're in creator mode and you put a block inside yourself,
you get a little television static there, a little UHF happens.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I did it just on purpose sometimes. Because I didn't feel like jumping. Although, if you glitch too many times in a row, it kind of freaks out. So don't do that. If you're, like I was saying, if you're building stuff underneath, like in a cave-ish type place, and you add lights and you start doing really well, occasionally you'll freak the thing out because can't think that well, and you'll get lighting issues until it freaks out so much that the game crashes.
Okay, so this seems to be too many points of light cause it to crash then.
Too many points of light, too many times trying to think about light.
So George Bush Sr., 1,000 points of light, he's taken down the world.
Yeah, because you're right here, you've got sunlight in several different ways, and then if you add 2 lights, that's all I added to that other one, was 2 lights. And it started freaking out, and by the time I had 6 lights down here, spaced out, no less, it was like, no.
It looks like, from just observing, that he's doing a typical 3D rendering light calculation. In Minecraft, Notch is kind of clever in the way that he handles that, and that the light values are actually stored on the block. And only when you change things around that block that would affect the lighting does it recalculate. So it's actually, it doesn't matter how many sources of light you have, because they're not actually throwing off light, they're just decoration. The blocks themselves are coded to their light value. Are you trapped?
No, I'm not trapped. It just takes a second.
So other than the artifacts, which I think I read that you can find the artifacts because they make noise.
Sweet! Look at my tower in the distance.
I read that you can find the artifacts because they make noise.
Uh-huh.
Deep underground.
Okay.
So have you gone underground and heard any noise?
If I have, I don't remember it. Deke's playing Bouncy Bounce right now.
To each his own.
But it's fun. That part is super fun. You don't actually have to do much to have fun like that. Just have a big bounce house. I might make a big bounce house.
That Deke, by the way, is Mr. Deke of VVG TV. Just give a shout out to there. Those guys do an awesome job covering Xbox Live indie games as well. And yeah, you're slightly disturbed if you are covering the Xbox Live indie games. So that's just par for the course. Oh wow, look at that. We have a massive trampolining. Well, let's see if we can find an artifact. What if you dive down? It seems like if I was doing this, I would have put an artifact near the opening.
Okay, I'll look down this way.
You know, near the beginning, so you can kind of like experience your first one. That's just a theory. I have no idea if that's in practice.
Okay, let's do this careful, like, so I don't fall in between.
And I have no idea what it's supposed to sound like. I just read that they make noise. Now, do you hit a hard bottom?
No.
Do you fall through the world?
Yep.
It's almost like a Daft Punk opening. Do you have any kind of gauge of your level or anything? Can you bring up any kind of HUD that tells you you're at level 58?
Not that I've seen. You don't get feedback on every dirt dig either. Hey, my stick is moving.
Oh yeah, it is.
That didn't happen yesterday.
Like right now.
Oh! Oh, this looks like bedrock.
Oh, looks like you did hit some bedrock, okay. Now, I'm not hearing anything. I don't know if you are.
Nope.
Me being deaf in one ear, I'm not exactly going to be the best explorer here.
Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go.
We need the map.
Yes.
How do we call the map again?
Say map.
Say map. We didn't get our backpack, though.
Nope.
We're screwed.
Yep.
We left Mama's house without the backpack.
And we don't even have any of the Explorer stars to help us.
Uh-oh. Wait. Is that just you walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of heard a drip, though. I can't tell where it came from. What was that?
It does sound like some water.
I'm in the center of the earth.
I mean, it does sound like there's a cave here somewhere that we're just not seeing. Throw down a light.
You can dig fantastically far from you. Okie dokie. Okay, that's bedrock. Need a light. Don't want an electric light, because those are weird.
Just kind of like round out an area here and let's kind of look around us and see.
I'll go back to the light and do that. Do. Now, word to the wise, you can freak out this game by digging too fast. You don't like it. Just put it lightly.
So have you hit underground caverns?
No.
Or does it all seems to be solid underground?
It all seems to be pretty solid underground.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
I mean, that's one of the cool things about Minecraft exploration is just... I mean, I know it's... Ooh, it made a loud noise. I know it's procedurally generated, but it's still kind of cool to, like, you know, explore caverns and... So what is the green matrixy thing there? Is that just it hasn't caught up to draw the textures?
Exactly. The little highlighting of your blocks makes it easier to travel in complete pitch blackness. But it's still not necessarily fun. This game is all drawing on how fun it is possibly for you to create something. Because searching endless rounds of solid ground, not so fun. Although,
how close are we to the surface?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm not seeing daylight yet. A couple of people I was on with yesterday had found some stuff. Not only did I not ask them where they found it, I didn't really care. Where did I put... I keep thinking I'm putting something down. I think sometimes I'm putting it inside of the wall. And sometimes you don't hit the block that you're immediately in front of. You hit like...
Yeah, it looks like there you put that light inside the wall right there.
I did. Somehow. What is that? Is that the bottom side of another lantern?
Possibly.
I'm gonna go check it out. Yep. I'm gonna put another lantern inside the wall.
So I'm going to propose another method for getting out here. Why don't you just dig straight up as far as you can, and then put blocks beneath you.
Okay.
And repeat the process until...
Hee hee.
So at that point, I think you launched yourself.
I'm inside the world.
You are in the Matrix now. See, I don't see the lines. I just see blonde, brunette, redhead. You know.
Let's try this again. Launch myself.
Sorry, Mr. Deke. I think you're about to be crashed out of the world.
Forcefully. Because the world.
Alright, here we go. Can we get out?
We'll try it. Freak it out a bit.
Dig up still?
Of course I can dig up.
Oh, there's daylight.
Okay. That is actual daylight.
And we're out. Where are we at?
Near my tower.
No, don't fall back in anything.
He did not like me closing that off.
Alright. If you want, let's jump out and show people kind of the menu and select and how they join games and such and what that looks like.
Somebody put something here.
Yep. I think it's a little deep casa there.
It's cute. It's probably from one of the guys who were playing nicely in my world, but they got booted. I wish there was a way to just boot.
Yeah, you can't boot an individual player. You can only kick everybody out of the entire world and reset. So if you are trying to be nice and allow more people in, you don't really have the griefing controls yet to manage an open world. So yeah, let's check out menus and such.
Okay.
How you join worlds. If you want to exit out and go to the hard drive or something so that we're not...
We're on the actual hard drive right now.
Or go to your thumb drive then so you don't lose your world.
Quit to title. Let's see. Join worlds.
Well, now this is going to wipe your world, isn't it?
I don't care.
Oh, okay. So the 2 of 4, 1 of 4, that's the max number of players?
Yeah, I've seen one that said 1 of 8, but I don't know how he got 8 in there.
Because I thought you could go up to like 32 or something.
You would think so. 33 players in 25 worlds. This is all worlds. Crap. No, friend worlds. Editable worlds. Join only worlds. Join only worlds are probably people who, like me, who got tired of idiots.
Well, what's the red and the green and yellow? Is that the ping times to the server?
Possibly. Possibly. I've only joined green worlds. Because red worlds tend to not be so great. Yellow worlds, there's some glitches, major glitches sometimes. Let's try joining a red world then, it looks like.
Well, no, I think that's going to be ping time, and I think it's going to be bad, so grab a green one. 3 of 4, there's one that's well populated.
Okie dokie. Do. Node received. And I'm dropping in. It's the nighttime. Here comes the water. And then there's some people. Let's go see what they're doing. They're in the world searching for stuff, it looks like. Ooh. I like it. Oh, they're in the world. We got some mining going on over here.
Or we got a guy who fell in who wants to get out.
One of the two. But most of the time people have been inside of a thing and they've just wanted to be down there trying to find stuff. Look at the Matrix! I wish I would hit the one that's directly in front of me.
So, this has been a GameMarx trial taking a look at FortressCraft. Thank you everyone for watching.